Hey Queens, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the decoy. I married the decoy. You want to know what a decoy is? Get your crown. Yeah, that was gross. I'm sorry. Get your crown. Put it on. And let's talk about it. Okay, so this video was inspired by one of my YouTube mentors, and he was talking about decoys and stuff like this, and it just really got me thinking about my own experience. And y'all, my voice is like kind of like weird this morning to allergies. My ears are plugged and everything, so if I sound weird, if y'all know me, that's why I sound really weird. Oh my god. Oh my god, my voice is not this deep, and I don't know if I'm gonna sing at the end. If y'all know, you know, because it's not gonna sound that good. I might do it just to make you laugh, but anyway. So I married the decoy. What is a decoy? A decoy is like someone who's sent to distract you. Someone who's sent to distract you who you think is a real thing. And so you're distracted by that person. So then when the real thing comes, you're not in the right place. You don't know it, and so you miss it. So a decoy is sent for the purpose of distracting you from your purpose, from what God really has for you. So when I talk about a decoy, it's in that context. And I say I married the decoy about 8 years ago. Just my little story. I was in church, I'm a believer. I was in church. This guy was a sound guy. I had been going to that church for about a year or something. We talked, not like that, but like, hey, hi, how are you doing? We had get-togethers a lot, like, at the church on Sundays. And me and this person became friends in a very platonic, no kind of funny business kind of thing. And so, I was a single mama too. I'd go to Costco on Sundays, go shopping. He'd offer to help me go shopping. Sometimes we go back and, the kids be watching a movie. I'd make something strictly platonic. I promise y'all, I wasn't, he was older than me. I didn't know at the time, but he was 18 years older than me. I didn't like him. Didn't have no desire, no attraction to him. Honestly, I thought he was kind of weird. And just nothing about him was attractive to me in any kind of way. It was really just like there's a friendship. Hey, I know you from church. You cool. We cool. We hang out and have fun on Sunday sometimes, and then you go home. We go about our business. We don't see each other. Don't talk to each other till Sunday, and that's how it was. I promise. But through that just being at that place, being a part of the church, the pastor or apostle at the time was a female. She kind of started hitting at some stuff because she was in a different state. And so I don't remember if this was the first time, but she had come and she was like, hey, what do you think of, Dwight? And I think she did the same thing to me. And I was like, nah, I don't like him like that. And I thought it was kind of weird, but I thought it was just, normal people stuff. She's trying to hook people up. That's, whatever. She did that a couple times, and I was like, no, I don't like him like that. Like, I don't like him. He's not. No, just no, just no. And then it happened. We were on like a group call, like a prayer call, and at the end of the call, she says in front of everyone on the call, you and Dwight, I give you guys permission to start courting. And I was like, what the world? What is she talking about? Why would she say that? And like, I'm just cringing, and she's going on for probably 5 minutes talking about all this stuff. And he's on the call too, and we're all silent, and she's talking. And I get off the call, and literally I'm like gagging, like just the thought of it just makes me really want to vomit. And because it's just like, he's older than me, he's not attractive, he's kind of weird, he don't dress, it's just like nothing about him was like he's 18 years older than me, like nothing should have been, he didn't carry himself very well. He just was not like, just stable. He was very moody, like he'd come to church like very sad, depressed a lot of times, or sometimes he'd just have like mood swings even in the church. It was like, it was just weird. He was weird. And so, but after that, a strange thing happened. I started kind of liking him a little bit. And I was like, this is so weird because I don't like him. And so I thought it was like God. And, I had been praying for my husband, waiting for my husband. I'm like, I don't like this man, but Lord, this is you. I don't want to say no to God. I don't want to miss what you have for me, God. Then some other things came into play as well, and then just, when you mix God into stuff, that's where you can get very murky. And this is why I really want to encourage you guys, if you are a person of faith, or just period, to have a strong sense of self. Like, you can be in such a toxic environment and not even realize it, a toxic church culture, regular culture, where you believe that someone has the authority and voice of God, and if you don't listen to them, then, oh, you're going to be in trouble, or you're missing God. God gave each and every one of us the ability to hear him for ourselves. And even if we don't audibly hear him or hear him in our mind or whatever we think the voice of God sounds like, that we hear him through our intuition, through the red flags, through something feeling off and not right. And that's how I felt. I never liked him. Like, he was 18 years older than me. He was not attractive to me, and that's not a bad thing. Like, if you're in a religious place, like, because you can be religious but not know God. You know what I mean? You can have all these rules, and you can't do this, you can't do that, fear of this, fear of that. But that's not God. God is love. And we love him out of the love he has for us, not out of fear that he's going to do something to us. You know what I mean? Knowing that there is consequences for, sin and all that stuff, of course. But, like, you don't have to be afraid. Oh, if I don't do this, God's going to kill me. God's going to rain down fire on you. Like, and that's, like, I feel like what it was. Not that they said to themselves, but it was just like this kind of like, oh, they're the head, they're the pastor, they're the apostle, and so, you respect and you honor their word. But I didn't respect and honor myself. My intuition was saying, no, girl, God, so are you serious? Like, no, that's no, girl, that's not it, girl. What you talking, girl? Please, God got better for you, right? You got better, But it's that fear. But what if that's God? What if I miss it? What if I don't ever get another opportunity? That fear, and I talk about that a lot. We have to silence the voice of fear. We have to silence the voice of fear. The fear, oh, I'm aging, I'm getting too old, oh, I have kids, or I have a past, or I've been married before, oh, this, or this, maybe this is all that I can get. And that's what I was fearful. I knew that wasn't God's best. But when that fear came to play, the fear goes, but what if it is? But what if this is your only opportunity? But what if you don't marry him, you won't ever get married? That's what fear does to you. And you're like, oh, I want to get married. I don't want to be single the rest of my life. I know he's 18 years old, and he's old, and I don't like him, and he's weird, and he's moody, and he has issues, but maybe my life can change him. If this is God, then I can change him, and all I have to do is pray, and the magic power of prayer is going to rain down the transforming power. Fear will make you look like a fool. Fear will make you look like a fool. You will be out here chasing something that ain't for you. If that thing is running away from you, and you say, oh, but hey, no. And the whole marriage was trash. Not because it couldn't have worked, but because that man wasn't ready. And, like, my intuition knew that. My intuition knew, all the stuff, the common sense stuff. But then the fear of me, so I got married to this dude. We got married quick. Like, so don't be, just because somebody get married quick, oh, they got married. No. Take the time to get to know somebody. Because, man, thing after thing happened as soon as we got married. Our wedding day. Not the wedding day, the day after, the honeymoon. We went on our honeymoon. I had a car, he had a car. There were so many red flags. Oh my God. It's embarrassing. But I'm going to tell y'all to help y'all because I love y'all. So listen to this whole thing, okay? Listen to this whole thing. He didn't have a job. No, did he have a job? He had a job first of all, he was staying at this place for men who were on drugs. He wasn't on drugs. But that's the only way he could get in, I guess. It was for veterans. And so for veterans who, and they worked at some Boeing place, not at Boeing, but like helped clean stuff for Boeing at a lower wage, like a special wage. Y'all don't laugh at me, okay? I know how it looks. I know. I'm trying to tell you to help you. Just get this knowledge, okay, and this entertainment while you entertain from my story. But so he worked there. He had a car, but he didn't drive it because he didn't want to get tabs for it. So on our wedding day, He had moved all the stuff because he had moved to my place. Another red flag, girls. He didn't have his own. He wasn't stable. Um, and so he moved into my place on our wedding day. My taps had no. His taps had expired because he had a car, but he didn't get it registered yet. But he at least had tabs. But they had expired the day that we were on a honeymoon. So we had to take my car. My car was a beater. I tried to fix it, but it was just broke. It was disgusting. Like our marriage was about to be. And so we had to take that because he didn't prepare. He wasn't responsible. And if you see my other video, I paid for everything in the wedding. Everything. Including my own ring. I don't have it on. I took it off. We're almost divorced, but paid for my ring, his ring, the whole wedding, the honeymoon, everything. You see, it's ludicrous. But when you don't know your worth, when you're operating out of fear, you do these dumb things and you don't realize how dumb and desperate and stupid they are until you look back and like, oh my God, you did that? You really did that? But I did it. I did it. And I'm going to stay beside me. I did it, Queen. But I've learned. But anyway, let's get back to the story. So the day of the honeymoon, my car, it was a beater, it started smoking on the freeway. Like 30 minutes into us being our honeymoon was about 2 hours away. It started smoking. We end up getting stuck out in some little tiny little rundown town that closes at 7 o'clock. Everything closed down. We had to end up calling one of our friends in the church, a female friend, to come pick us up and take us. It was embarrassing. But just through that little thing, God was showing me that he wasn't a protector. He wasn't a provider. He didn't make sure that, his tabs were there so we could go on our honeymoon. He didn't make sure that, he didn't court me, really. It was like pretty much like, yeah, he came to my house. We'd watch movies. I don't think we even went out that much because I had this fear that he would embarrass me. Listen, intuition, you know why? Because he was embarrassing. He dressed like, if you think of like a kid wearing their dad's clothes, like it's like a joke, that's how he dressed. I'm serious, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to tell you to help you, okay? So I didn't go a lot of places with him, and I had this feeling he would embarrass me, and he did. Our whole marriage, he embarrassed me. I tried to help him, buy him nice clothes. He wouldn't wear them. But he wore the same thing literally every day. Didn't take care of himself. He had depression, mental health issues, just all kind of craziness. But God was showing me. Like, I remember a time we were at a friend's house, and it was time for us to go somewhere. And this could seem selfish, but just look at what I'm trying to say. In her car, like she had left her keys in the car or whatever. But close that place, and I'm on the phone. Just wait. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone, but just hold on, sweetheart. But and so there's other people there, and we had somewhere to go, and I felt bad for her, but she had a hanger, she was trying to get it in, whatever, and I was like, okay, let's go. They're gonna help her, and and no, he's like, no, I'm gonna do it. So he stood there for like an hour trying to get her car open, and it really showed me that not that he wasn't a bad guy, because there's nothing wrong with helping somebody, but when you get engaged and you get married, there are priorities, and so I was like, no, I don't. Let's just go. She's getting help, and they're gonna figure it out. But he was so adamant that no, he had to go help her and all this stuff. And what it was showing me is that I was not gonna be a priority. That my needs were not gonna be first. It can sound selfish if you want to see it like that, but I'm trying to tell you these things that you feel. Stop judging yourself so harshly. You feel it for a reason. On a wedding night, I'm jumping all over the place, but even on a wedding night. That's supposed to be the night, you happy, you were supposed to be all excited. Something had happened. He had left maybe his keys or something somewhere. It was something, but he spent he had found what he was looking for, but he spent like an hour in the lobby talking to somebody, just a random person. And I was in there calling his phone. I'm like, okay, I'm in my, my fancy little cute little stuff, waiting, we waited, you know what I mean? We didn't do all that stuff before we got married. So I'm like, what the heck is wrong with him? Where's he at? Why was he not here? Like, you're supposed to be excited about this. But he was down there having a conversation, chalking it up with somebody. And I'm like, I thought that was real weird. But again, when you don't know your worth, when you're operating out of fear, you will brush off everything. You will make an excuse for everything. And that's what I did because I didn't know better until I didn't have a choice but to face the truth. That this marriage wasn't doomed from the beginning, that this man wasn't in any way, shape, or form ready or willing to be a husband or a father. And y'all, I have 5 kids with this man. Ugh, 5. But let my pain, my testimony be your guys' lesson, so you don't have to go through the same thing. And we have beautiful children, beautiful, but I have to face the fact that he's never going to be the father that he needs to be. Probably, he's had 8 years. He, just so many things. I've told you guys this in my other videos about I'll tell you some other stuff, but to sum it up, he wouldn't tell me the whole story. Let's just say that about who he was. He didn't tell me the whole story. He wasn't faithful. I mean, not physically that I know of, but everything else, other thing you can think of. Liar, manipulator. That same lady who married us and told us that we could court and our apostle. They had some weird stuff going on, y'all. Weird. She was very controlling, manipulative. Just all the stuff, like, you wouldn't believe if I told you the stuff. Y'all be like, Crystal, if you don't call the popos, I'm going to call them on you, because this is crazy. But when you don't know your worth, when you don't have self-love, you will put up with so much. You will let somebody put you through the ringer, wash you out, hang you out to dry, and start all over again. And this is why I'm on here teaching y'all, queen, because you are a queen. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of a healthy relationship. I married the Decoy. Y'all. I did. And and I think about, like, what did I miss? What did I miss while I was tangled up with this foolishness? While I was being disrespected, dishonored, controlling, rude, mean, that same attitudes and depression. The whole marriage, in front of everyone else, he was the life of the party. When we got home, he was mean, rude, cold, no empathy, like narcissist. I know about it, but like, he was everything that a narcissist that we hear about what a narcissist is. He was that. No compassion, didn't care about having a relationship with my children from the previous marriage. He treated them differently, and he still does to this day. He hurt them so bad. All he wanted was their love. All they wanted was his love and attention and time. So y'all, if you have children, before you get in a relationship, or if you're in a relationship with someone that's not their father especially, make sure that they build a relationship with your children. Don't let it just be about you guys, because I know it's all cute and sweet and you all got the butterflies, but someone who is going to be in your children's life needs to have a relationship with them, needs to show an initiative, that he cares and is interested in having them be a part of his life too, because it's real. And I know I'm not the only person who's had that same experience. But he wasn't even good to his own children, to be honestly. He wasn't a good man. He wasn't a good man. He wasn't a kind man. He was rude, condescending. He abandoned us many times. Many times. And I didn't have the strength to leave because I was afraid of being a single mother. I'm afraid of being a single black woman. I'm afraid of being another statistic. I didn't want to tell my mama that she was right. I didn't want to admit that I was wrong and I made a mistake. And I was going to have to start over again. So I wasted 8 years trying not to start over again. Don't do that. If you made a mistake, it hurts. It hurts. We don't want to admit it. We want to, forget my nose, my allergies are acting up, y'all, but we don't want to admit it because it hurts to admit that we made a mistake. It hurts to admit that, man, I made this big life choice. I'm going to have to face the consequences of it and start over. I didn't want to do that. But I'm doing it now with 7 children, because I had 2 from a previous marriage, and then I got married and we had 5. And I don't know what was in my head to make me think that it was smart or wise, but they're here and I love every single one of them. They're a blessing. and I will never regret having them. They're mine and they're ours, and I love them. But just be wise. Be wise. Know that how a person treats you is how they feel about you. If he doesn't love you with my book, how he treats you is how he feels about you. You don't have to be wondering, well, why did he do this? Well, how come he don't, why do he be leaving at night and don't come home? Why he don't want me to see his phone? Why he be keeping secrets? What? Girl, if you don't be quiet, he doesn't love you if. Okay? It's on Amazon, y'all. Love yourself first. You have to have that self-love. You have to love yourself. You have to know that you're worthy, you're valuable. And no matter who doesn't love you and accept you and receive you as you are, your fullness, girl. Your fullness, all that you are. Okay? Who you are in the inside. Your laugh, your personality, your quirks, your likes, your dislikes, your standards, your boundaries. Whoever can't handle it, that is not for you. If someone is not willing to come up to the level that you need them to come up to and give them the things that you need them to give, then they're not for you. And I'm sorry if you've been married to them for 20 years or been dating them for 5 minutes. Girl, don't waste your time. Don't do it to yourself. You got one life. Don't do it to you. If you've done it and you already tried everything, you know they ain't about nothing, then girl, pick up what you got and go about your business. Because you deserve better, okay? Don't keep wasting your time trying to force something. You got a square, you trying to force a star in it. Why ain't it fitted in there? Why won't it work? Because it's a star and you got a square and you're trying to fit it and it's never going to fit unless something get cut off and something get hurt. And it's not worth it to lose yourself, your dignity, your self-respect, your identity for someone who don't even like you. And I know that sounds harsh, but if someone doesn't care about you, they're not kind to you, they don't like you, they're using you for what they can get from you, and then when they're done tolerating you, they're gonna be gone, and you're gonna be like, after all I did for you, you gonna leave me? And you're gonna be looking like the fool, and they're gonna be laughing all the way to the bank, and you're gonna be crying and heartbroken, and you deserve better. Queen, you deserve better. So I hope that little all over the place story kind of like helped you see something, but it's real. Decoys are real. Take your time. Don't let anyone rush you into marriage, into dating, to accepting someone or something that you don't want, that you know is not the best for you. The Bible says God gives gifts and he adds no sorrow to it. He said every good gift comes down from the Father. And it's good. Not nasty, not ugly. And I love what my mentor was saying today. He was saying that you don't have to save a man. God already did that. Jesus already did that. He's not going to give you a relationship where you have to save somebody. You got to pray him. You got to go on a fast every day. You got to, do all this stuff because they're not doing it for themselves. Two whole people coming together, being healthy and loving one another. Not one whole person with another broken person trying to break them and trying to make it work, because they're just going to break you. They're going to break you, and it's not going to be a blessing. It's going to be a burden, and it's literally going to be hell on earth, and everything in your life will go wrong. Your finances, you will have no peace, your children will be out of everything, just nothing is going to be right when you got two people are working together. You have to find the right person. If you don't have it, then, cry your tears and pray and ask God to give you the strength. But just know you're worth your value, Queen, okay? I'm going to attempt to sing this thing I sing at the end of my videos. If it sounds crazy, don't judge me, okay? I love y'all. I'm trying to help y'all, okay? Love yourself again. Love yourself again. Love yourself again. I know you played the fool. Girl, I played it too. Love yourself That's all I'm gonna sing. I love y'all, queens. My kids in the background. I gotta go make some breakfast. Till next time. Get this. Go to my academy in the description. Sign up for Crystal Laughter Academy. Self Love 101 is free right now. Get them booked if you haven't, but learn to love yourself. I do coaching too if you need that. I'm going to start group coaching soon, and I'm working on some stuff for authors as well. Be patient with the girl. The single mom of 7 is coming though. I love y'all, queens. Till next time.